60 degrees.
Oh.
And of course, for your Thursday, well, it's going to be showers and thunderstorms. A little cool tomorrow, 83 degrees.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Thank goodness.
I feel like we're in the wintertime.
Thank goodness for that.
I know it. So the heat index would probably be at 90. But anyway. And for Thursday night, considerable cloudiness, occasional rain showers, lows around 65. And that's your weather on this last day of June.
Yeah.
Last day of June.
Last day. This
06/30/2020.
has the last year and a half seemed to have been a blur.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Did it even happen? Are we living in a matrix or?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That is.
Well,
are we
you
really
know.
just like somebody's video game? Are we like the real life Sims or something?
Well, I think they want to put us back in the box again because now they're talking about this variant and now they want to start wearing masks again.
I heard that.
They can
I
go
heard that.
stick it. Because I don't think anybody's going to put a mask back on again unless they really have to.
So it's like, yeah, we got you to get the vaccination.
Yeah.
Now you all have a frequency,
Now,
you know.
they, they want to put you back in the box. You know, you've been out too long now, so no, you can't play anymore. Get back in there and shut up. I mean, that's the way they want to treat you, right?
Yeah, Paul, you're vicious today, are you not?
They feel like you're a little cat or dog. You know, get your crate.
Get in your crate, you little. Oh my God.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Pretty soon, grizzled population 7. We'll have to have like some sort of card. Can I come out today and play?
Well, I we are one of the highest states that's been vaccinated. We're over 60%.
Yeah.
So,
and they've even gone back to restricting travel again, like to Florida.
Yeah.
So people in Texas, I guess there's 3 or 4 states now that they can't fly to. Here we go.
Yeah. Yep.
Rock and roll,
Dude, I hope.
Yeah, you've been out too long, man.
Yeah.
You got too wild.
Yeah, things are nuts. Here it comes.
Yeah, it's time for your next shot.
Do you know anything about this variant?
No, I do not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Other than it's popping up.
Yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be a little more vicious?
Yeah, but what I heard is though you get sick, but there's not been any deaths from it or something. As long as you get vaccinated, you're going to get a little sick, but no different than getting a cold or a flu, for Christ's sakes. You know, come on.
Yeah. I don't know if it's true, but like, because I've seen people talk about it online, and that doesn't mean it's true. People of Radioland, that doesn't mean it's true just because you saw it on the internet. But they're like, yeah, I was vaccinated and I got both shots, and it hurt. I mean, it put me on my butt for a day, but it didn't.
The vaccine?
No. The Delta variant.
You had the Delta variant?
No, not me. No, I read it online.
Oh.
I was reading people's stories online.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I said that doesn't mean it's true. That doesn't make it true. But I was just saying, like, people were talking about, yeah, it put me on my butt and it really, really made me sick. But it was like a 24-hour bug.
The Delta variant.
Yeah,
Delta Airlines canceling flights. Any coincidence? I think not.
Oh, goodness gracious.
They're flying it all over the country. That's what they're doing. You know, it's damn Delta Airlines.
It's crazy.
Well, there goes our Delta sponsor.
Yeah. Yeah. Or was it Delta faucets? It's in the water. You know? Oh, we're screwed now.
Oh, yeah.
Buy a Delta faucet. Get the Delta variant absolutely free.
Yeah. It's a good thing you're not drinking Delta water.
Mm.
Yeah. You're drinking that water from the other country.
Yeah.
Yeah. From another country.
Jewett City iced tea
it's
made from
Pulaski
swamp water.
Pulaski water.
Yeah.
Swamp water. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, Joanne McCoy.
Those little things in there are alligator chips.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's water from the bayou.
More like computer chips.
Yeah.
Gets lodged right in your arm.
It's 5G. Yeah.
Beep,
5G.
beep, beep. There's Austin
They're
Smith.
putting 5G in water now.
Yeah.
Little chips. That's how they're going to get it in your body. You're going to drink it.
Little 5G.
Yeah.
Little transmitters.
Yeah. All those little chips are going to get in your body and they're going to get together and form a big chip.
Yeah.
New Gatorade 5G.
There you go. Yeah, I thought people thought Gatorade was actually made out of gator juice. Gator juice.
They wring a gator out.
Yeah, they wring them out, you know.
Oh, you know where Gatorade came from? Came from what? Florida State University or Florida?
It was a drink.
Yeah, their nutritionists that work there came up with it.
Yeah.
A couple of doctors.
Yeah.
Gatorade. Then they come out with Powerade. Well, they didn't come out with Powerade, but another company came out with
That was the
Powerade.
leftover Gatorade.
I think so.
That went down the drain.
Yeah, it's kind of like generic cigarettes. It's a scrap they find from the floor,
Exactly.
you know, and then they go ahead. Oh, we can use this.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna buy this.
That's right.
I mean,
Mark it down $1. People are always looking for a bargain.
The off brands are always made up of some leftover crap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because then they sell it at Aldi's.
Yeah.
Got my 4 Musketeers bar from Aldi's the other day.
Yeah, where'd the other guy come from?
That's their sales manager, Mike.
He was left over from the Mars bar.
Yeah. Taste the pot of gold rainbow. Scattles.
Oh, Scattles. Uh-oh.
Oh, God, I've used that joke way too many times. Way too many times.
Oh, well.
That was the first I've heard it, so.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
First time you said it to me, at least.
So I don't know if anybody knows, but we have a new format here. It's basically all news and information and, you know, stupid banter, you know, like we do. But we have lots of news headlines and weather and sports and world news and bringing you information as much as we can. We're going to be playing a lot of in between a lot of local artists. For one, we have Scott Waters, who is a local musician out of Plainfield, where we have a bunch of his music. We're going to be playing a lot of that in between different features. That's going to start up later on today. So if you like local music and you support local music, then make sure you catch on, you know, with some of the stuff from Scott Waters that we're going to be playing here. Like I said, he's from Plainfield. He plays with a band called Pirates for Peace, and they're pretty popular. So we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a minute. Keep it right here. We are SNSN.
The latest news and weather. SNSN.
Don't just wish for a winning deal. Make it Dish. It will make it real. Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey everyone, this is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility, where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com. Or ring us, 860-383-4750.
Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
The voice of Griswold, Jewett City and Plainfield. SNSN.
That's right. The Streaming News and Sports Network, SNSN. Good morning. Mike Minarski, Paul Lash, and the deviant, Austin Smith.
Yeah, you know me.
Well, yeah. Austin Smith, he's down with OPP. He's too young for him to understand that one.
Yeah, I am.
So we were talking about Scott Waters and some local music that we're going to be running here. We're going to have an event here at SNSN Jewett City Savings Bank Studios right here on Main Street in Jewett City, where we are going to have a local band that's going to play here. It's going to be in a very intimate kind of setting, you know, so you're very close to the band. You can speak with the band. They're going to do a Q&A. And the first one in the series is going to be with Ron Lynch III. Ron has been on this station numerous times. He also is part of an organization called Hip Hop for the Homeless. And even though,
That's right.
Yeah, he's not a hip hop artist himself, but you know, he's a part of that organization. They raise money for needy people, in during Christmas and stuff. They do a whole bunch of events throughout December to raise money. So he's going to be here with a band called Uncle Steve. And they're going to be here. It's going to be a week from today.
Yeah.
And we only have 30 tickets available.
Yeah.
There's only, and the reason is because, I mean, we can put more people here if we want to. I had the fire chief come in. Tom came in and, measured it out and said, okay, you can have X amount of people and stuff. But we're going to keep it to 30 people because we want it to be safe.
Yep.
And we want people to be able to, just, enjoy some live music.
Yep.
So
Good.
that is going to be next Thursday.
So Uncle Steve,
Mm-hmm.
featuring Aunt Susan.
Well, Uncle Steve and the Repeat Offenders.
Oh,
Show's going to start at 7:00. And if you would like to be one of the 30 people, send me a message and I'll tell you how you can get a ticket. And that's it.
oh,
30 tickets. That's it.
30
And,
tickets.
and that's it. The show's going to be about an hour and a half long.
Concerts at the studio.
Yeah. We're going to do some other things as well. I mean, we're not going to be I don't want to make it sound like we're going to be like a hangout venue. It's not like that. But we are going to have some events,
Mhm.
that are going to be different that you don't normally see. We are not going to be serving alcohol. There will be no alcohol available,
That's good.
or anything like that. We just want to have, people come in, talk, speak, enjoy some music,
Yep.
maybe a cup of coffee, or something like that, or a soft drink or whatever, and just have a good time. So that makes it available to all ages.
Sure. That's good point.
We don't want to. I have no desire, zippo desire, to go out and get a liquor license,
No.
or pay that insurance or anything like that. So we are not in competition with any of the bars or anything. They have their own clientele. We are not interested in anything like that. Like Crankies, they have great food, and they have the bar there, and they have great people at the the establishment that wait on you, and they're very, very nice and stuff. So same thing with Sorrell's. Sorrell's Pizza and Pub on Slater Avenue. They do their karaoke nights and stuff like that. We're not even going to do karaoke, but we're going to do we're going to do probably more things that you would find say like on a college campus.
I heard Austin and the Power Rangers are coming.
Austin and the Power Rangers will be playing live.
Lord.
So
Yeah.
so the show is going to be a week from tonight, Thursday, July 8th. A week from tomorrow. I'm sorry. I got my days mixed up. So Thursday, July 8th, it'll be right here at the SNSN radio or just SNSN Jewett City Savings Bank Studios.
Gotcha.
We had some negotiations that allowed us to go ahead and do this. There were certain things we can do. There were certain things that we agreed on that I wasn't going to do, which I have no desire to doing. Like I said, we no desire to serve alcohol or anything, but we would like to present live music, in different events
Sure.
here at the SN Jewett City Savings Bank Studios. I mean, it's if you're looking for a ruckus, wild time, you're not going to find that here. Are you going to find a comfortable time when we do these things and music that's not going to blow your ears out and you can sit and chat and stuff like that? That's what you're going to find, and we're going to do them from time to time. And like I said, it's going to be just comfortable, just comfortable. So
It's going to be supporting local artists,
and you'll be supporting local too, because I mean, that's what Paul. I mean, how many times have we said that? Since the beginning of this, SN thing.
Yeah.
Is that support local, and that's the idea.
Yeah.
You can listen to all the national news you want, but really everything happens in your local backyard.
Exactly.
Spend money in your local backyard
Exactly.
because eventually it comes back to you.
Oh, sure. It does.
Local helps local helps local.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Are you going local?
Yeah, I'm going loco.
Loco. But that is something I feel that is very, very important.
Yeah.
Well, look forward to hearing how it goes.
Huh?
We'll look forward to hearing how it goes.
You could come by, Paul.
Huh?
You could come by.
Oh, I know.
You could come by.
I don't want to take a ticket away from somebody that's,
I'm pretty sure Mike would just let you in. I'm pretty sure Mike would just let you in.
Our capacity is more than 30.
I don't.
But I'm only
doing
30 just because we don't want people on top of each other, and we want people to check it out. All right, we're going to check out headlines right now, right here on SNSN.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Worried about the Delta variant of the coronavirus, authorities in Los Angeles County now urging people to mask up indoors and to do so regardless of their vaccination status. Search and rescue crews continue working in the debris of the collapsed condo tower in Surfside, Florida. The death toll now 12, 149 people missing. The intense heat wave may be responsible for about a dozen deaths in the state of Washington and Oregon. President Biden will be meeting today with Western state governors to discuss extreme weather conditions, specifically drought and wildfires. New York City's Democratic mayoral primary thrown into disarray. Election officials retracting their latest report on the vote count after realizing that it was tainted by test data that was never cleared from the computer system. More details at srnnews.com.
Here's a look at your local news headlines on SNSN. A person died in a drowning accident in Killingly yesterday in Lake Alexander, right around Sawmill Road in Killingly. It happened at around 11:30 yesterday morning. No info has been released as far as the victim is concerned. On Monday morning, June 28th, there was a car versus pole accident that left one person dead in the area of Cook Hill Road, just off of 138. According to a police report, the vehicle drifted off the right shoulder on Route 138, hitting a utility pole, a traffic sign, and some thick brush. There were a total of 3 people in the car, the driver and 2 passengers. The driver and backseat passenger were both transported to the hospital for suspected injuries. The front seat passenger, who was identified as 22-year-old Kevin Belisle of Jewett City, died from his injuries sustained in the crash. Anyone with information on this crash or was a witness to it is asked to call Troop E, Connecticut State Police, Trooper Miller specifically, at 860-848-6500. The Connecticut Commission on Fire Prevention and Control and Connecticut's Office of the State Fire Marshal are urging residents to be fire safe this July 4th. This time of year is always busy for fire departments, stated Alan Zygmunt, public education coordinator for the Connecticut Fire Academy. This is due to 3 popular summertime activities: fireworks, outdoor grilling, and, of course, campfires. According to the National Fire Protection Association, the NFPA, fireworks caused 19,500 fires in 2018 and 9,100 firework-related injuries. By following a few simple safety tips, everyone can be ensured of a safe and happy holiday. For all of the tips that are listed in this press release, check out the news story on SNSN News on Facebook. The Jewett City 11, 12-year-old All-Stars are back in action once again on Wednesday as they take on Norwich Preston at 6 p.m. in Norwich. The Jewett City All-Stars have done well in pool play already as they have victories over Colchester and Willimantic. The game can be watched at 6 p.m. on Wednesday on the SNSN YouTube channel. And one quick note about the town of Griswold. Griswold Town Services, all of them will be closed on Monday, July 5th, in observance of Independence Day. Everything will reopen once again on July 6th. For additional information on these stories and more, check out the SNSN News group on Facebook. Let's take a look at the weather forecast right now and how hot it's going to be, or it's going to continue to be. Here he is. He's not a meteorologist, but he is Paul Lash.
Good morning, everybody. Right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City, remains at 80 degrees. However, there's going to be showers and thunderstorms around today. Highs are going to be somewhere in the vicinity of the upper 90s, that's for sure. So it's going to be a hot day in Jewett City, that's for sure. And for tonight, well, cloudy. Could be some occasional rain showers around. Lows will get down to about 66. And of course, for your Thursday, well, Thursday is going to be the same thing. It's going to be kind of a showery and thunderstorm day. Highs will be around 83 degrees. And of course, for Thursday evening, continuing to have rain showers around, lows around 66 degrees. And that's your weather on this last day of June, 06/30/2021.
Goodbye, better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
When was the last time you considered the benefits of having all your insurance handled in one place? One number to call, a licensed account manager dedicated to your policies, discounts for having your policies with one company. The list goes on. Did you know the Burns Agency has a team dedicated specifically to home, auto, umbrella, flood, life insurance, business insurance, including workers' comp and professional policies? We do it all. Call, email, chat us online today. Experience the products and service our loyal customers receive and appreciate. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Gambling, tobacco, and alcohol are all legal for adults. For those under 21, providing these things can land you in jail. It's 21 for a reason.
Coming soon, visit CIRACCT.org. The new online educational resource page, 21 for a Reason, is launching. This offers tips for parents, useful facts, and a pledge you can take to protect youth from substance use.
Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. It's 21 for a reason. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
Hello, I'm Miranda Mahoney, Project Coordinator of Grizzled Pride, your drug-free community coalition. We want to help you keep your kids safe during this challenging time. Social distancing is still in effect, and so is the social host law. Reports are coming in that teens are contracting the virus at underage drinking parties. Parents, allowing underage drinking on your property could land you in jail for up to a year, plus fines. Another reason why you should not provide alcohol to our youth. For more info, go to grizzledpride.org. grizzledpride.org. grizzledpride.org.
News and information you need for your day. SNSN.
And good morning. Welcome back to the show, 8:36. We'll have another news update in just a few minutes. We try to keep the news flowing right here on SNSN. Good morning, Paul Lash.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Austin. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing pretty good.
Oh,
That
you
mic's
have
a
to
little
go.
hot.
You have to go. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on, guys?
That's how Austin talks. Talks with his hands. Good morning.
Well, it'd be
Good morning.
good morning. Yeah, what's going on, guys?
This
There
is-
it is. The hands coming after.
But unfortunately, this is not a TV show, so nobody sees your hands.
Well, actually,
I mean, it's
dude, the
Ooh.
camera's on. Yeah,
The
yeah.
camera's on you. That's right.
Yeah.
It's Paul forgot. He
Well,
hasn't-
so much for Paul's comment.
Yeah, it's been Paul. When you bring it back, man on the street. When you bring it back, man on the street, Paul Ash. I was watching that on the YouTube channel
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple days ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
when you were interviewing
Ooh, yeah.
people.
I think you
just
should
walking around
bring
interviewing
back
people.
lashing out
Oh, I still have
because you're normally bitchy, you know. So I mean, it's really kind of funny. Oh my goodness, I can't believe what I am seeing in the group right now is Michael Kraus. He says, "Good morning." I don't know where. So he's either at a fire department or he's in the back room here.
Oh,
So
well,
because that's the only place.
Or is he on? Or is he on that vehicle going by?
No, I
don't
wouldn't think
Mike
so.
works
No.
on, the ambulances.
No. So we just had a message a minute ago from Grizzled Pride, as well as CIRAC a little bit ago. Oh, he's at the fire department. There we go. They do they do God's work, man, at Grizzled Pride. I'll tell you. But another group, if you haven't seen these flyers all over town yet, you will start to. And this is for an organization that's been around for quite some time now. 4 years, 3-4 years. It's they're called Matt's Mission, and they are there to hopefully end the stigma of drug addiction. Do you know what that means? The stigma of drug addiction.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you, Paul?
Yeah, it just means that somebody's got some issues.
Right. But the thing is the stigma. So let's say that we all know somebody, which we probably do, that has a drug addiction, whether it's opioids or whatever it is.
Right.
Well, how does society look at these people?
Like they're
monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters,
Third
derelicts,
degree.
dirt bags, that kind of stuff.
Dirt bags.
And I got to be honest, before I started SNSN or Wolverine Radio at that time, I probably had the same kind of thought process, but I was, I believe, uneducated to it, and very and just ignorant to what drug addiction is all about. And I still don't fully understand it. And I don't know if, if you're not if you don't have an addiction issue, I don't know if you can really fully understand it anyway.
Well, think of yourself as an example. You have an addiction to smoking.
That I do.
And you're having a hard time to quit.
That I am.
So if you relate that to somebody taking drugs, they can't quit either.
Yeah.
So
Mike just popped in and said they are totally supportive people who have big hearts.
That's
so yeah, I mean, and I was one of those, what a dirt bag.
Yeah.
But they're not.
No, they're not.
They're not.
A lot of them come from families that are unbelievable, that are really supportive of them.
Yeah.
And they really try to help them.
And it's a struggle.
They don't want to listen, unfortunately.
So there's the stigma
of
drug addiction. And Matt's mission tries to take that stigma away and educate people that these are good people that just have an illness and they have an addiction. And it's good to, try to move on and celebrate recovery.
Absolutely.
Right. Right.
So,
Absolutely.
so they are going to be having their Matt's Mission Celebrates Recovery event, which is going to be Saturday, September 11th from 9 a.m. until noon. And that'll be at Veterans Park down on Ashland Street. SNSN will be there. They're going to be giving away T-shirts. And even who does this? And this is because they care. They're going to be giving away not only just T-shirts, but Narcan. Because it's needed.
Yeah.
I know, like Al Gear and we went through Narcan training and how to administer Narcan, and it was free training. It was over at the hotel here in Griswold, right up on 138. Used to be American.
Yeah.
The hell is it now? It's been bought and sold twice. Comfort. Okay. But that's where it was, and we learned quite a bit, from that. There'll be lots of speakers sharing a lot of real stories of addiction and recovery. So you can look up Matt's Mission on Facebook, give them a like, follow them, and then that way maybe you'll be able to go ahead and not be like me before I started, with this, in my journey and tried to understand drug addiction.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of them, sometimes something happened in their life to make them do that.
Yeah.
Some thing that's really impacted them. So
it could be something as little as peer pressure.
Absolutely.
Well, I shouldn't say as little because that's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
no, we know what you meant.
Yeah.
We got you.
So Austin, I mean, do you have any addictions?
Not that I can think of.
No. Okay. Paul?
Well, I used to smoke.
But do you have any? Some people call them vices. They don't call them addictions.
Yeah, I know. I have no vices. Damn it! I left my damn pipe in the bar.
I'm a very addictive person when it comes to different things. And true story, I was having a little get together. I used to DJ in the clubs back in my 20s and early 30s. And
in the 20s and 30s too.
Shut up.
I didn't realize you were that old.
You don't shut up. I'm going to expose the tent.
Yeah.
That you and your father are in. Shall I show you the pictures?
Oh wait, no.
Yeah. All right.
No.
Austin's like, whoa, okay, hold on. No, we'll back that up. But no. Yeah, your mom sent me some pictures. Your mom's really cool like that, man. She gets me up to date on what's the trials and tribulations of who is Austin Smith.
Austin Smith.
We get to know you better behind the green curtain.
Yeah. Behind the green screen.
Yeah, behind the green. Ooh, there's a feature for you right there, behind the green screen. Good morning, Gavin. Thanks for joining in this morning. So I had people over one night after the club closed, and I went into my kitchen, and there's a guy and a girl, and they're cutting up cocaine in my house. This is, like I said, 25 years ago. And I looked at him and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, we'll just have a little." Whoa. I said, "This is my house. You're doing this on my counter. I don't want this here." And he goes, "Do you want to try some?" I said, "I've never tried it, and I'm not going to." And he goes, he kind of scoffed at me. He goes, "Why?" And I said, "Because I would probably like it too much." And that's exactly what I said, which is true. And I've never tried it.
Yeah.
I will never try it. I will never do it. I have other things, like, for example, like Tylenol. I wouldn't take Tylenol for the longest time. Why? Because there was that scare. Remember back in the 70s and 80s where people were dropping dead because Tylenol was laced?
Yeah, they found it though. Yeah.
Right, but not before people died.
Yeah.
So even then I wouldn't take Tylenol or anything. So like hell I was going to snort cocaine or anything like that.
Yeah.
So another thing is I don't really drink either because I don't like being out of control of myself.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah,
You know?
because you can be out of control.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling at all.
Yeah.
So, anywho, I have a issue where I become addicted to things pretty quickly. Gambling was one of them.
Really?
Gambling was definitely one of them. Where I know this is like a maybe Mike's come to Jesus moment this morning. I don't know, but I
Tell me,
started.
my son.
Yeah, I started going to Foxwoods.
Oh boy.
For the long, and I started learned how to play blackjack and craps. And then I started going every day, Paul.
Wow.
And then I started going twice a day.
Oh boy.
And my mother said to me one time, she goes, "Michael, I'm really afraid, and scared that, this gambling is getting out of hand."
Yeah.
"No, Mom, I'm good. I'm good." Yeah. And I told her, I said, when I'm done. I'll know. And lo and behold, I was done. But I still have that little twinge when I go by, when we're watching a show and there's a slot machine and I want to play, but I stay away from it now.
Yeah.
Because I know it could be an issue. So that's the only thing I could really equate to, somebody had, me understanding having a drug issue or whatever. So, all right, we're going to break for the Wednesday Spotlight with Austin. We're going to do that right now, right here on SN.
Hello, everybody. This is Austin Smith for your June 30th Spotlight in History. On today's date, 113 years ago, the largest asteroid impact in recorded history struck on a warm summer morning in Siberia. The explosion happened over the sparsely populated northern forest land near the Tunguska River in Siberia, Russia. The blast released enough energy to kill reindeer and flatten an estimated 80 million trees over an area of over 830 square miles. Witnesses reported seeing a fireball nearly as bright as the sun moving across the sky at record speeds. A bright whizzing flash and a sound familiar to that of artillery fire was said to follow it. Powerful shockwave broke windows hundreds of miles away and knocked people from their feet. Decades later, scientists determined that the object was most likely a stony asteroid approximately the size of a 25-story building. As always, this is Austin Smith, and I hope that you enjoyed today's Spotlight in History. For more interesting peeks into the past, tune in every weekday on SNSN.
With SRN Sports, I'm Patrick Foss. The College World Series is going to a final game 3 tonight after Mississippi State routed Vanderbilt 13-2. This man Preston Johnson combined with Houston Harding on a 4-hitter.
Holding a team like that and a team like Vandy to 4 innings with 1 run was huge for us, especially being down 1 in the series. On the mound, hearing those maroon and white chants and let's go State, that's awesome.
The pro MSU crowd included Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, who played for the Bulldogs. In the National League, Milwaukee beat Chicago 2-1. Winning pitcher Brandon Woodruff allowed 1 run on 4 hits in 6 innings, striking out 8. Woodruff credited reliever Josh Hader, who finished for his 20th save and 20 opportunities.
He's special. I mean, there's no secret about it. He's unbelievable. So you feel good when he comes into the night.
Central leading Brewers have won 7 in a row. The Cubs have dropped 5 straight. LA beat San Francisco 3-1. The Dodgers won their 5th straight, moving within a game and a half of the West Inning Giants. This is SRN Sports. East New York rallied for 4 in the 7th to beat Atlanta 4-3. Braves pitcher Charlie Morton says the Mets figured him out in that 7th inning as James McCann had a 3-run homer.
How many pitches, how many breaking balls has James seen? How many cutters has he seen? I can second guess myself all day.
Philadelphia beat Miami 4-3. It was Colorado 8-0 over Pittsburgh. St. Louis 3, Arizona 2, San Diego 5, Cincinnati 4. In the American League, New York topped LA 11-5. Yankees out pro to Aaron Judge homered.
We got some mentally strong, mentally tough guys in this room, and that's what's going to take for us to rebound and get back to where we want to be.
Yanks are 4th in the AL East, 7.5 games behind division leader Boston, who won their 5th straight, 7-6 over Kansas City. Central leader Chicago edged Minnesota 7-6. West leader Houston dropped their 3rd straight, 13-3 to Baltimore. It was Texas 5, Oakland 4, Toronto 9-3 over Seattle. Detroit at Cleveland was rained out. The interleague final saw Washington edge Tampa Bay 4-3. Atlanta has tied the NBA Eastern Conference Finals at 2 games apiece for the 110-88 rout of Milwaukee. With SRN Sports, I'm Patrick Foss.
Your news and information source, SNSN.
And good morning. Welcome back to the show. 10 minutes in front of 9 o'clock. One of the things that we put on our headline this morning is social media and mistakes that people make on social media.
No.
And not by me. I don't say they're mistakes or whatever. Now, this actually came out from an insurance company called The Hartford. And these are social media faux pas that you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And these are 5 that people have and will continue to get fired over in their jobs. Do you have any idea?
No.
Anybody out there in social media land? Anybody have any idea what is something that you can do on social media that'll get you fired?
I think any kind of sexual harassment, like
Okay.
bullying,
Okay.
that type of stuff.
Posting pictures of you like drinking and partying and going crazy.
Just
Okay.
full of pictures of yourself nude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Yep, like maybe on a dating site or something like that, perhaps, right?
Also, our timer isn't ticking. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, it's not. You're right. There we go. Now it's ticking.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alson Smith.
You're welcome.
So yeah, so those I'd like to know. Let's see. Mike says talk about your workplace in a negative way.
Yep.
So I'm going to give you the top 5 according to the Hartford.
Okay.
Number 5, inciting or celebrating violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely would be
Yeah.
one.
I can see that. Yeah.
They say that how someone reacts to current events or news, especially if those reactions are seen as insensitive or celebrating violence and illegal activity, can lead to trouble. A Utah Transit Authority employee was fired in July of last year after he was caught on video berating a group of women on a train, according to a local Fox affiliate.
Yeah, but there was a lot of that violent stuff being proposed back last summer,
Well, there's a lot of that.
and they got away with it. Nothing ever
Yeah.
happened.
And the Fox, a spokesman for Fox said that these are not the kind of encounters we ever want to see happen on our trains or buses or any of our vehicles.
Yeah.
So that's one of them. So
I can definitely understand why.
Mhm.
Yeah.
now you got to know. Now, a lot of people are looking for work now, especially since the federal money's gone.
Yep.
All right. So people are going to be flooding the workplace starting tomorrow.
Maybe.
Okay. Because now you have to also, put down places that you have applied to.
Yeah, you have to prove that you're.
You have to
the old
prove
days.
exactly.
Oh.
So people, and there are jobs available.
Plenty.
There are plenty of jobs available. So these are a couple of things. Now, when you feel like Austin, if you went to fill out an application, you know what's going to happen? They are going to look you up on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to see what kind of a person are you? You know, what do you depict yourself as?
That's true.
That happens a lot. Pretty much every employer. I know employers that do it. They will check you out on social media.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So number 5 was inciting or celebrating violence. Number 4, disclosing sensitive and inappropriate information. The Hartford said since nearly everyone carries around a camera on their smartphones these days, photographs are getting employees in more and more trouble.
Yep.
An employee at an assisted living home in Alpena, Michigan, was fired after taking a photo of an 81-year-old resident with Alzheimer's. The photo was posted on Snapchat, according to an investigation. The photo was taken without the resident's permission and violated the facility's policies and procedures.
That makes sense.
The facility's handbook prohibited any photography of their home's residents, but the employee clearly took it to a step further by posting a distasteful photo of a resident on her social media account without permission to do so. Right. I mean, it's wrong to do anyway, but you know, these are things that'll get you canned.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
And this is going to go down on your record too. Like,
yeah,
employees are going to look at that. They're going to be. You go apply for a different job. They're going to look at that and be like, I don't think you're right for this job. We'll keep in touch though.
People are very concerned with public relations.
Yeah.
You know, and how they're perceived in the public.
Especially today.
You know what? And I don't say this because, you know, I'm very loyal to this company, but it's very, very true as a Jewett City Savings Bank. They are very concerned with their public image as they should be.
Sure.
But they live that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They walk that walk and they talk the talk. There is nothing you can say that's, you know, about the Jewett City Savings Bank that's put out there that's disparaging. They are, you know, a top-notch company run by, you know, of course, my friend and top-notch CEO, Kevin Merchant.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk to him, they are very concerned with what their image is, and they want to make sure people are comfortable. And that's really what it comes down to.
Right.
So there's that. Mm-hmm. All right, number 3. Disparaging the employer or coworkers. Kind of like just what I just said right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We had a situation. And Mike Krause, who's listening, will be familiar with this situation. We were doing an event down at Veterans Memorial Park with the town. It was one of the light parades that they did. It was the first one. Ended up with a dance party for the kids that we were spinning records for. So we were there. It was me, Krause, or other Mike, and Lisa Coe. We were down there. And I think you showed up.
Oh,
you may have.
I don't remember.
It was under a tent. We were under a tent. Oh, I can't remember if I far back.
No, it's too far.
Well, anyway, what had happened was that we saw one of our associates.
Okay.
That was in the park and was quite inebriated.
Mm-hmm.
And this person was literally stumbling all over the place. Long story short, a couple of comments came back to me and said, hey, doesn't this person have something to do with the radio station? And then I felt bad, not only for the person, but I felt bad that somebody had to see that and then kind of connect that dot. So I understand that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so, and that person was never on this station again.
Right.
Because I didn't want people to think this is how we conduct ourselves in public.
Yep.
So I completely understand that one. Here's another one. You ready? Making distasteful or derogatory comments.
Yeah, I can
see
that.
Kind of like the other one, but just in general.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to get on social media, get up on your soapbox and, you know, MF things or whatever. Well, maybe that company that you work for doesn't
like it.
stand for that type of behavior, or even the stance, you know, that you're taking. If it's a violent stance or
even some political
or something like
even
that.
Some political stances have gotten people into trouble.
Huh?
Some political stances have gotten people into trouble.
Exactly.
Especially last
Exactly.
year.
Because a lot of companies don't want to be political.
Right.
They don't want to be political at all. They just want to
They
straight
don't
down the
want
line.
to be, but a lot of them are.
Right. And it's not just employees that get in trouble. Sometimes executives get in trouble too, by the way. Mary Bono, the interim CEO of USA Gymnastics, resigned after 5 days on the job. Bono faced backlash after an old tweet was discovered. An old tweet. Something that was well before her tenure there.
Yep.
Right? An old tweet was discovered that was critical of Nike's endorsement deal with Colin Kaepernick. The tweet showed Bono blacking out the Nike logo on her shoes. So there you go. Go on. And the number one reason, does anybody know what the number one reason?
I'm sure we probably know what it is. I just can't think of what it would be because there's so many
Austin?
things.
Yes.
No.
Bad mouthing customers.
Oh, really?
You get on social media, you start trashing your company's customers. You know, the ones that are paying your salary, you know, or your hourly wage.
Yeah.
That'll get you canned, and rightfully so.
Yeah, that's true. Makes sense.
Yep.
You know? Yeah. So those are the big ways where social media can kind of screw you just a little bit. Well, actually, kind of screw yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
And there's other ways, I'm sure.
Right, but those are the top five
based on their based on the Hartford.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to break for news right now at the top of the hour. We went a little bit late, but that's okay. News and local news being sponsored by Charlene's Diner, and eat what you want or order what you want.
Eat what you get.
Eat what you get.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports, and your home for local news and weather.
Broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City.
The Streeting News and Sports Network, SNSN.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Former President Trump heads to South Texas today at the invitation of Governor Greg Abbott. Mr. Trump will visit the Rio Grande Valley for an up-close look at the border and unfinished sections of his signature border wall. A couple of dozen House Republicans will join in the tour. Governor Abbott blames Biden open border policy for not only opening the door to an overwhelming flood of illegal aliens, but to deadly drugs as well.
Just the first 4 months of this year alone, the Texas Department of Public Safety has seized more fentanyl than is needed to kill every man, woman, and child who live in the state of New York. This is an almost 800% increase over last year.
To stem the deadly tide, Abbott has vowed to finish sections of the wall not completed during Mr. Trump's time in office. The record-setting heat wave gripping Seattle and Portland in recent days has moved to the east.
Seattle and Portland endured temperatures well above 100 through the past weekend and Monday before the air mass moved further inland Tuesday. Like most people in the region, Greta England scrambled to find an air conditioner for her Seattle apartment.
We went to Home Depot, we went to Target, we went to Lowe's. Everywhere we went, it was sold out. So we only had one little box fan in our apartment, and it was way too hot.
At least half a dozen deaths in both Washington and Oregon are blamed on the heat. Further inland, Spokane, Washington hit 109 degrees Tuesday, its highest temperature ever. I'm Tim McGuire.
With the recovery of the body of another victim, the death toll has risen to 12 in the condo tower collapse in Surfside, Florida. 149 people missing. The search and recovery crews continue their work in the mountain of debris. Wall Street, Dow futures down 48 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The following are real-life stories from Trinity Debt Management.
My story begins with debt, a lot of debt. I used my credit cards as a source of income.
It was not a good situation.
I couldn't pay my bills.
The interest on the cards was really high.
If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
I initially was scared to call, and immediately I felt relief.
They contacted all of our creditors, and they put us on a plan for success. Trinity will consolidate your accounts into one easy-to-manage monthly payment, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands.
I've been able to pay off close to $15,000.
We're doing a lot better.
Please pick up the phone and see how affordable and easy it is to pay off your debt. It's a godsend.
We're debt-free for keeps.
Call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990-6976.
Thousands of EU citizens may soon lose their legal status to live in the UK.
Millions of Europeans have freely lived, worked and studied in the UK for decades. But Brexit means that those rights are no longer automatically granted. Britain's government introduced a settlement plan for the country's large European migrant community in 2019, and the deadline for applications is Wednesday. From Thursday, any European migrant who hasn't applied will lose their legal right to work and access some hospital treatments or welfare benefits in the UK. Meanwhile, the freedom of movement that over 1 million Britons have long enjoyed in EU countries is also ending. Charles de Ledesma, London.
Left-wing activists and relatives of people killed in Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte's anti-drug campaign have marked the start of his last year in office with a noisy protest. Townhall.com. Under arrest in Colombia, an alleged Romanian hacker whose virus is said to have infected more than 1 million computers over 5 years, starting in 2007.
Mihai Ionod Paunescu faces computer intrusion and banking fraud charges in New York, where prosecutors say he was part of a ring of criminals that developed and spread the Gozi virus and other forms of malware that were used to steal money from bank accounts. Prosecutors say that Gozi infected computers in at least 8 countries, including the United States, Germany, Finland, and the United Kingdom. Victims included individuals, corporations, and also computers belonging to NASA. Keith Peters reporting.
Top health official in Australia's Queensland state advising adults under 40 not to take the AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine because of the risk of a rare blood clotting disorder, even though the Australian government is making those shots available to all adults. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The 9 a.m. report on the streaming news and sports network is being brought to you by Charlene's Diner, 37 Main Street, Jewett City. Family owned for almost 40 years. Order what you want, eat what you get. That's Charlene's Diner.
I love working here because of the people, and I get to work with my family every day.
Come to Charlene's Diner for the best breakfast you've ever had.
That was Brittany and Matt from Charlene's Diner on Main Street in Jewett City. There are only a few things that have been able to stand the test of time in Jewett City, and one of them just happens to be Charlene's Diner, who just celebrated their 40th anniversary in business. How do you stay in business that long in a small town like Jewett City? It's a simple recipe, really great food and friendly service. And of course, family. You'll feel like family too, because you'll always be greeted with a smile that makes you feel like you're right at home. Stop by for breakfast or lunch 7 days a week. If you don't have any time, well, that's no problem. Order ahead and your food will be waiting for you when you walk into Charlene's door. You can find Charlene's Diner on Facebook too. Stop in and join the family for breakfast or lunch today.
I'm Charlene. Come to Charlene's Diner and order what you want and eat what you get.
Here's a look at your local news headlines on SNSN. A person died in a drowning accident in Killingley yesterday in Lake Alexander, right around Sawmill Road in Killingley. It happened at around 11:30 yesterday morning. No info has been released as far as the victim is concerned.
On Monday morning, June 28th, there was a car versus pole accident that left one person dead in the area of Cook Hill Road, just off of 138. According to a police report, the vehicle drifted off the right shoulder on Route 138, hitting a utility pole, a traffic sign, and some thick brush. There were a total of 3 people in the car, the driver and 2 passengers. The driver and backseat passenger were both transported to the hospital for suspected injuries. The front seat passenger, who was identified as 22-year-old Kevin Belisle of Jewett City, died from his injuries sustained in the crash. Anyone with information on this crash or was a witness to it is asked to call Troop E, Connecticut State Police, Trooper Miller specifically, at 860-848-6500. The Connecticut Commission on Fire Prevention and Control and Connecticut's Office of the State Fire Marshal are urging residents to be fire safe this July 4th. This time of year is always busy for fire departments, stated Alan Zygmunt, Public Education Coordinator for the Connecticut Fire Academy. This is due to 3 popular summertime activities: fireworks, outdoor grilling, and, of course, campfires. According to the National Fire Protection Association, the NFPA, fireworks caused 19,500 fires in 2018 and 9,100 firework-related injuries. By following a few simple safety tips, everyone can be ensured of a safe and happy holiday. For all of the tips that are listed in this press release, check out the news story on SNSN News on Facebook. The Jewett City 11, 12-year-old All-Stars are back in action once again on Wednesday as they take on Norwich Preston at 6 p.m. in Norwich. The Jewett City All-Stars have done well in pool play already as they have victories over Colchester and Willimantic. The game can be watched at 6 p.m. on Wednesday on the SNSN YouTube channel. And one quick note about the town of Griswold. Griswold Town Services, all of them will be closed on Monday, July 5th, in observance of Independence Day. Everything will reopen once again on July 6th. For additional information on these stories and more, check out the SNSN News group on Facebook.
The 9 a.m. report on SNSN has been brought to you by Charlene's Diner, 37 Main Street, Jewett City. Family owned for almost 40 years. Order what you want. Eat what you get. That's Charlene's Diner.
All right, let's take a look at the forecast right now for Eastern Connecticut. And with that, it's Paul Ash.
Good morning, everybody. Right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City is 85 degrees. Variable clouds today with thunderstorms, especially during this afternoon. Near record high temperatures around 91 degrees. But tonight, mostly cloudy with showers, few thunderstorms around, lows around 68 degrees. And of course, for your Thursday, going to be kind of like rainy. Showers and thunderstorms, high a little cooler, 82 degrees. And of course, for Thursday evening, cloudy with occasional rain showers, lows around 65. And that's your weather around this last day of June, 06/30/2021.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. U.S. consumer confidence rose for a 5th month in June to the highest level since the pandemic began last year, as households responded to increased vaccinations and the further reopening of businesses. The June increase reflected an improvement in consumers' assessment of current conditions. United Airlines is making one of the largest orders ever for commercial airplanes, hoping air travel will rebound strongly from the pandemic. United said Tuesday that it will buy 200 Boeing MAX jets and 70 planes from Europe's Airbus so that it can replace many of its smallest and older planes. On Wall Street, the Dow gained 9 points to close at 34,292. The Nasdaq was up 27 to 14,528. And the S&P 500 added 1 point to 4,291. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
The home of Griswold Wolverine Sports, SNSN.
And good morning, everybody. It's 13 minutes after 9 on a very, very warm Thursday morning.
Yeah,
it's very warm out there.
Yeah. I'll say.
It's going to get warmer.
Yeah. And then it's going to rain. Maybe.
Well, last night, we I wish we would have had a thunderstorm or something to take away from this. The humidity was terrible. The heat I'm okay with. Humidity, forget it. Forget it. I just can't deal with humidity. How were you with humidity, Austin?
It sucks. I'm not super great. Heat I can handle. Heat I can do, but like the humidity when it just it feels like you're just breathing in moisture and you're just suffocating.
Exactly, yeah.
It's
tough to breathe.
It's like because like most like dry heat, you can get in the shade, you can be like, all right, this is pretty okay. A wet heat, it's like, great, I got out of the sun and I got out of the direct heat, but now I'm sitting in a pool of warm water.
Yeah.
Great. But this time I'm in the shade.
Yeah,
I'm not frying, but I'm still boiling. Great.
Yeah.
Even just walking around, the sweat just comes right out of you.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't deal humidity, man.
No. Well, the problem I have is it comes off your forehead, then it goes into your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can't see because you have salt coming out of your body, which goes in your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and it starts to burn a little bit. And you say, "Oh crap!"
I'm sitting in the in the dining room yesterday because we have a huge air conditioner that's there.
Yeah.
So it's like an Arctic blast, and you kind of need to. It was bad.
Yeah.
But even then, it was so warm. Like I had, we have a tablecloth and placemats, and I had my elbows up on it, and then when I took my elbows off, you could see these big sweat marks. I'm like, oh, that's gross.
Yeah. And you know what's funny you say that, Mike, because a lot of the state got thunderstorms.
Mhm.
Yeah, Hartford did.
Moose Up got thunderstorms.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Yesterday?
right by my last night. Yeah. And then right by my house, we got maybe 5 minutes of rain, and then it was just gone.
Yeah.
And then, but it was raining storming all night in Moose Up apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
Because I was talking to my friend online before we both got off to go to bed to get up for work.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, these dark clouds just rolled in out of nowhere. All of a sudden it's thundering and now it's raining. Wow. And I'm like, huh, nice. And he lives in Moose Up Central Village. So yeah, it's wild. It's crazy though. It's crazy how weather can work like that. How you could be literally standing right here and then just 5 feet away there's pouring rain and it's moving this way, so it's not coming at you, so you're not going to get wet.
A couple of days ago, it was very hot. It was very humid. Then the humidity went away. It was breezy. Then it rained a little bit 2 days ago, and it was cloudy. Then it was sunny, and we had 5 different weather patterns in 3 hours. Don't tell me somebody's not screwing with the weather up there.
Welcome to New England, Mike. You've been living here long.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we normally don't get this kind of weather in June, right? It's usually in July, but this is June we got this weather, so I would assume.
Well, it's kind of close.
Well,
tomorrow's July 1st.
Yeah, but it was this way a couple weeks ago. We had 90-degree temperature, if you remember.
What about August? August is traditionally the hottest month here of the year.
Yeah, but the evenings are very
fun.
Yeah,
that's the nice thing about August. August nights are kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I will say this to all you people that were bitching that it was so cold in January.
No,
you're welcome.
Yeah. Where are you now? Where are you now?
Sitting in the house in the air
My God, it's so cold outside. What are we going to do? Turn up the heat? No, don't turn up the heat. Why? Because we're going to be using lots of oil. We can't do that. You know what the price of oil is? You kids aren't paying for the oil. We're paying for the oil. You can't pay for it. So guess what? Turn the shit down. And we're going to put on a sweater.
Yeah.
Now it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's
turn the air conditioner off.
Yeah.
Take a sweater off.
It's too bad we couldn't box it and put it away for this winter. Just let it.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Let a box out every now and then and warm the house up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they probably have that, but the oil industries put the kibosh on that. So,
you're gonna see Paul outside with like a plastic, like a Walmart bag. He's just like,
well, I can't use plastic.
Bagging it up, tying it up.
It's not tomorrow. No plastic bags.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done.
Oh,
in Connecticut, yeah.
They're done.
So it's either got to be a paper bag or it's got to be one of those homemade bags, the one you buy that already.
Oh, goody.
No
I was gonna say.
No.
Oh man, they're giving up on the 10 cents. They don't want their extra 10 cents.
Plastic bags.
But they'll paper bags.
Yeah.
Paper bags.
And those will be like $2.
Some of those paper bags are so thin that if you put a heavyweight into it, they come out to the bottom.
Yeah, don't you just love it? We put away one crisis and pull another one back out.
Yeah.
So rather than plastic, which I get it, plastic is a heavy pollutant and it's very bad. It's everywhere. We need to do something about it.
Yep.
But replacing it with paper, I don't think it's the way to go. Because, guys, we aren't polluting our oceans anymore. It's good. We're getting the plastic bags out. We're doing it, guys. We're actually trying to help the environment. Meanwhile, they're chainsawing down a tree to make
No, they recycle them.
paper bags.
Yeah,
but you can only recycle so many bags. You can only recycle them so many times before the pulp is just bad.
So we had a little comment on the board from somebody by the name of Braden. I don't care. And said, you're going to be live streaming my game tonight. Congratulations, Braden. You were absolutely correct. Braden, what team are you playing for? You play for Norwich Preston or do you play for Jewett City? And where do you play? What position do you play? They had one kid, though, they got hit the other day. The Jewett City All-Stars broke his wrist.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shortstop.
Wow.
Or was it a shortstop?
Must have been a pretty good whack.
His name is Chris. Yeah. Oh, he got hit hard. Yeah. And he played the rest of the game. I mean, he was a tough kid.
Wow.
Saw him after the game with his father, and I said, good job, man. He goes, yeah, it hurts, though.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Wow.
You know, so, but these kids are tough.
Yeah.
These kids are tough. This guy, I mean, he took a fastball right on his wrist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he was shaking it off and stuff like that, but no, he busted his wrist. So,
yeah.
But anyway, what Braden, I don't care. I guess his last name is I don't care. Says that we're going to be live streaming their game tonight. That is true. We're going to be doing the Jewett City Little League All-Stars against the Norwich Preston Little League All-Stars, the 11, 12-year-olds. And I'll tell you something. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch.
Yeah. Do they have to wear special? Does the pitcher have to wear special equipment?
No.
Oh, they're not. Because
No.
they're always
Not that I know of.
Well, they're
No.
always afraid that the pitcher was going to get smacked with a line drive. So.
They always made
Well,
Paul wear
it
a
always
helmet.
happened, yeah.
That's for a different reason, but they never told him.
One thing I thought was interesting that I think you pointed it out.
Oh, first base is double bagged?
Yeah, there's two bags on first base.
Yeah, there's a red plate and then the white plate.
That's
and they're
good.
butting up against each other.
I think what that is for, I don't know this for a fact, but the when the runner comes down, I think it prevents like maybe foot injuries.
Oh,
you know, and somebody getting tangled up, and because when a runner is going down full boat, unless you're Manny Ramirez and you don't run at all, you just if they're running down first base, you know, they're chugging hard.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to have happen, which does happen, is you end up stepping on the first baseman's foot,
so
or
the red bag is for the runner and the
Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
Yeah. That's something different.
Right. So that's the only thing I can think of.
That makes sense.
You know, and it doesn't. It's not an advantage for the runner because they're equal.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, as far as distance is concerned.
Yeah.
And the first base bag, where the first baseman would touch, is in its normal position.
Yeah.
So it's not like they get an extra 6 inches to stretch.
Gotcha.
You know, to get a throw from like a shortstop or something like that.
Right.
Oh.
So that's one of the interesting differences that's in Little League than say in high school ball. High school ball 7 innings, and Little League All Stars is 6 innings.
Gotcha.
If they go that far, because there is the mercy rule. There's 15 after 3 and 10 after 4, I think.
Oh.
So if you're ahead by that much, so Jewett City played Colchester the first game, and they won 15-0 after 3 innings.
Wow.
Yep.
So we don't know how tonight's game is going to go. I'm not familiar with the Norwich Preston team. We'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But that game is at 6:00 tonight, and we will be streaming the All Stars right here on SNSN, on Facebook, and on our YouTube channel as well.
Yep. Yep.
What you looking
Yeah,
at,
we
Paul?
will.
I'm trying to see if I can see anything about the second bag.
Oh,
okay, all right, yeah. So,
well, so it's just me and you for a minute, then, Mike.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yep.
How Austin? This is your first really, your shot at baseball. But you know what? We'll talk about that in a minute. All right. Right here. It's SN.
Don't just wish for a winning deal. Make it Dish. It will make it real. Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey everyone, this is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility, where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com. Or ring us, 860-383-4750.
Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey, I'm Jess, but you can call me the Tire Queen. For the best deals on tires, come and see me at Advanced Automotive on Route 138 in Griswold. Call me at 860-376-8687. But definitely don't talk to my dad. He's definitely not the Tire King.
And right now, Jess the Tire Queen has great deals and excellent service waiting for you at Advanced Automotive, Route 138 Griswold.
Tire Queen.
The latest news and weather. SNSN.
And good morning. Welcome back to the show with me and Paul and Austin.
I wonder if they missed us.
What?
I said, I wonder if they missed us.
Did you miss us? No. You know what? I will tell you something is for years, people have said to me, well, why aren't you like simulcasting on Facebook? Because, Facebook is God. Facebook. We love Facebook. Everybody loves Facebook. Do you know we have twice the listeners, 3 times the listeners on our app than we do on Facebook?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people use Facebook.
There's a few, couple 2-3, once in a while, if they want to watch an event or something, it's totally different. Like, if we're broadcasting a baseball game or whatever.
Yeah.
But like when we're doing the mornings and stuff, it's like, hey, go on Facebook. I want to be on Facebook. Can you get me on Facebook? Where do I find you on Facebook?
Yeah.
It's like,
it's like, buddy, we always broadcast on Facebook. What are you talking about?
We get more people, and I get people downloading the app every single day. So they listen on our app. They're not really, so we do it on Facebook as a customer service for the 4 people that want to watch it on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fun, and depending on the show that we're doing, we will get an influx of people on Facebook. Because it doesn't happen unless it happens on Facebook.
Yeah, well,
the world is Facebook.
The world was here before Facebook, and the world will be here after Facebook.
The world is Facebook. Facebook is world. Facebook is life.
Yeah, no, it's not.
My timeline, my news feed is everything. If it doesn't come on my timeline, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. What?
I keep doing that. I know.
Yeah. Are you going to move it ahead
There we
5
go,
seconds
yeah.
or what?
Well, it's because I wanted to be on Facebook.
Yeah.
If it's not on Facebook, it doesn't exist, Did you hear about the guy walking downtown the other day? He had a red cap on. He looked weird. I called the police because he seemed strange.
That happens.
You know why? Because I saw it on Facebook.
That happens.
Saw it on Facebook that there was a strange man with a red cap around. I saw a man with a red cap.
Oh,
and
no.
I called the police on him.
And he's never been in my neighborhood.
Yeah, he's new.
I saw it on Facebook.
So on Facebook, the best way to deal with new people is call cops on them.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Happens all the time.
It's on Facebook.
Happens all the time.
I don't understand why Atlanta Broadband's still in business because according to everybody, they suck.
That's right. They do.
Because I heard it on Facebook.
Yeah.
It was all on Facebook.
Well, you're right. That's a lot of stuff on Atlanta Broadband. my broadband's down. What's wrong with yours?
Yeah. My God, gas is too expensive. I saw it on Facebook.
Saw it on Facebook. It's a political reason that the gas is up.
You almost sound like Mike Tyson.
Guys, you don't understand. There's a political reason that the gas is going up.
Did you all watch my latest fight on Facebook?
I was gonna say, wait, that's
Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Oh, you treacherous Twixter.
I don't think Elmer Fudd had Facebook.
Well, I got Facebook.
I want to see Elmer Fudd fight Mike Tyson
on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah. They're going to pay-per-view it on Facebook.
That's right, because Facebook is life.
Yeah.
If I don't see it on my news feed, it doesn't happen. It did not exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know why? Because it wasn't on Facebook. It may have been on Facebook, but I just didn't see it. Maybe we should just go door to door to people. Hi, today's news is because you didn't see it on Facebook.
You think a lot of people still using Facebook to the level that they were using it?
Depends on what you're using it for.
Yeah,
Well,
honestly.
I mean,
To complain about Atlantic Broadband and they lost their cat. One of the two.
Yeah.
I mean, they used to say, "Well, I got to go now. I got to go to the bathroom." Or, I'm going down the street to get a cup of coffee.
I'm going to put a picture of my.
I'm at Dean's right now, or
well,
I'm at
yeah,
Charlene's, or
not too much anymore because. Listen, I'm sorry, Facebook, but you're a national problem. When you're leaking everybody's information every other week, it's a problem, Mark. Mr. Zuckerberg, I don't know how to tell you. Now SWAT team's about to bust through the wall. Like, you talking bad about Facebook? What you talking about? You don't
Well,
know
I don't
nothing.
know. I don't know. All I know is I got these delicious looking pork chops. I'm going to put them up on Facebook. The funny thing is that was what Facebook was meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
It was rolled out to college kids and stuff like that. And you had to be in college to get Facebook. Initially. Yeah. But then they rolled it out. They go, "Wow, we can make lots of money with this," and they did, and they do.
They made
so.
Made old Zucker Brown, whatever the hell his name is.
Zuckerberg.
No, that's our optometrist over here.
Yeah, that's optometry.
Yeah, it's still a Zucker though.
I'll tell you though. The funny before we get banned, we're talking about things on Facebook. Before or they send local authorities because
we're not talking political. We're fine.
Oh no, you can't bash them either. You can't back. You know who else you can't back? You can't bash?
Who?
Instagram.
Really?
It's all for the gram. I do it for the gram. I want to be on the IG go.
So you think maybe they're listening?
I think that statement just put on a backwards cap and pulled out a boombox. Holy crap!
Actually, they have a boombox parade Willimantic every year.
Yep.
Speaking about boombox, they still have
a long
it.
time ago.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Because they couldn't get bans. I forget what the reason was. So they just decided, well, we'll all do. Yeah.
And they had their boombox parade.
Yeah, that's been going on for a long time.
I think it's hilarious. What kind of parade do you think we should do in Griswold?
We can't do a boombox because
because that would be right.
Yeah.
We could do we do a Facebook parade.
Yeah.
People just walking by scrolling on their Facebook.
No, you just have a band go down, and it's all on Bluetooth. So the only way you could hear it is to have Bluetooth headphones. Quiet.
How are you going to do that? Because they're going to play live. If they're marching, Paul, and they're playing, you're going to hear them.
Yeah.
Well, we get those new Bluetooth instruments.
You can buy them on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh no.
You can get anything on Facebook. Yeah. Your local news, local information.
Well,
yes, Mr. Tyson, you can.
There's got to be a way to, plug into it so that you can hear it.
And nobody can complain because it'll be the quietest damn parade ever.
Parade ever.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to get any permits.
So all you Geritol posses out there that want a quiet yet nice parade, we could do the Bluetooth parade.
And we can broadcast it on Facebook.
On Facebook. It'll be very quiet.
It would be quiet.
I don't know how that would work.
Well, Lickers will now.
It's an interesting idea, though, Paul. To be honest with you.
Well, I'm sure there's ways that it could be done.
Probably, there's a good chance.
Yeah.
How would that happen?
It's just going to require a lot.
It'd be very, very quiet.
Wireless setup.
You wouldn't be able to do a brass band or anything like that because there's no way.
No.
It would have to be some kind of electronic instruments where you could actually.
I think we should have, honestly, and I've been a proponent of this for a while. I really think that around Halloween, we should have something to do with vampires and different creatures of the night like that, and do something here because there is just in Jewett City alone, there is a marketing opportunity with vampires. What? What? You know what? I thought on Facebook.
No, I was gonna say because you were talking about Halloween. I was like, it's the Great Pumpkin, Paulie Lash. It's the Great Pumpkin.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute. Oh no.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Worried about the Delta variant of the coronavirus, authorities in Los Angeles County now urging people to mask up indoors and to do so regardless of their vaccination status. Search and rescue crews continue working in the debris of the collapsed condo tower in Surfside, Florida. The death toll now 12, 149 people missing. The intense heat wave may be responsible for about a dozen deaths in the state of Washington and Oregon. President Biden will be meeting today with Western state governors to discuss extreme weather conditions, specifically drought and wildfires. New York City's Democratic mayoral primary thrown into disarray. Election officials retracting their latest report on the vote count after realizing that it was tainted by test data that was never cleared from the computer system. More details at srnnews.com.
The voice of Griswold, Jewett City and Plainfield, SNSN.
All right, good morning. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's Check the Weather Forecasts. Yeah, you got it ready? No, Paul, you had one job, Paul. One job.
He tried to do it on his watch, but it just didn't work.
One job, Paul.
All right. Right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City is 85 degrees. Sunny skies this morning, scattered showers and thunderstorms, possibly during the afternoon. Near record high, 92 degrees. But tonight, variable cloudiness with showers and scattered thunderstorms possible. Numerous evening lows around 68 degrees. And of course, for your Thursday, well, guess what? Thunderstorms around again. Showers and thunderstorms. Highs much cooler, though, 82 degrees. And of course, for your Thursday evening, cloudy with showers. Lows around 65. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, or the last day of June, 06/30/2021.
You had one job, Paul, the weather.
I just gave it to you.
Yeah. So we were just talking about right before the headline news went off about having, some sort of like Halloween-ish kind of parade, right?
Yep.
Because you have Spooktopia. We got to get with Ryan Aubin on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we could do like history of vampires and spooky things and spooky floats or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, much like Santa Claus on Thanksgiving Day, at the end,
we'll have the Great Pumpkin.
The Great Pumpkin.
And Paul Lash will be dressed up as Charlie Brown. We'll shave his head and everything.
Or
who
do they have Spooktopia with all the time? What's his name?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I forget what his name is. The guy that does it all the time. The guy that passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, Fontaine.
Edgar Fontaine.
Yeah.
He could be, because he always said, "Let the kids be kids," and let with their shenanigans. It's what do kids get to do anymore? Why not have fun with this?
Yeah.
And then have a parade, and you could dress up as Edgar Fontaine.
Nobody could dress up like Fontaine.
No,
nobody could.
No.
Nobody could imitate him.
No.
But we could do a wonderful Halloween party, Halloween parade.
Yeah,
because the vampires is. I'm telling you, that is a marketing gem.
Yeah.
For this town.
Well,
it's already there.
I mean, we're so used to wearing masks anyway. So what the hell?
Yeah, it's true.
Honestly,
just let it go.
Halloween's gonna be pretty good then.
That's right.
But no, it's like I don't think, and I know this even from my own purposes, that we have so many resources right at our fingertips that are not being used, that are so obvious that you don't even think about it. Right? How long have we been here in this station? A little over 6 years now, right?
Yeah,
going on 7 years.
Yeah.
Right? Well, we have this huge space here that could be used for different things. So what are we going to do next Thursday? We're going to have a band.
Yep.
We're going to
utilize our space.
Right. There are so many resources. We always talk about what resources we don't have, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what about resources we do have? Mm-hmm. And the things that are right in front of our face.
Yeah.
But they are so obvious,
right,
that you don't see them. It's like, how many times, Paul, have you opened up the fridge looking for the salad dressing and you can't see it, even though it's right in front of you?
Always.
Right.
Always happens.
Right. So that's what you get. This is where you got to get women involved.
Yeah.
Because they can see this stuff.
Oh, they know exactly where it is.
Yeah, but they know, but
right in front of your eyes.
Right. But they can see everything that we don't see. And we don't see anything.
Yeah.
But women, women as a whole can see everything.
Yeah, they're born with special vision.
I think so. I really, really think so. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
It's all right there.
Yeah.
It's the Jewett City Vampires. What a huge marketing opportunity this is. Humongous.
Yep. Be a good tourist attraction.
Yeah, honestly. Because it's the little things in towns like Jewett City or Plainfield, because I almost said ours, but because I don't pay taxes here, I don't live here, but whatever, you know what I mean. Our humble borough of Jewett City and Griswold. I mean, it's a great way to get people in, because that's what people look for in small little towns. The occult. They look for wild and wacky. They look for because you just pass through, like, oh, cool, there's another town to pass through, and maybe we can stop off at this McDonald's or something. Okay, and then they're gone. They don't.
Yeah.
But if you have something to hook them and draw them in, then they'll be like. They'll be like, "Hey, go check out Jewett City.
Check out the cemetery.
Go check out the small little town in Jewett City. They got some pretty neat stuff going on over there.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you got, even if it's only like 50 more people, that's $50 more that you're not getting from somewhere else. I mean,
true.
There's one little town in New York that has huge dollars coming in and huge amounts of revenue coming in from. An old myth, an old I don't want to say old wives' tale, because that's not true. It's more of just a myth.
Mm-hmm.
And their population is 10,000, just about over 10,000 people. But they have thousands and thousands of people coming in for what they're representing.
Yeah.
You know the name of the town? Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Still looking for that headless horseman, huh?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But they bring in tourist dollars like crazy.
Yeah.
And then darn well that if you start talking about it here in town, they're going to go, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, still just the same.
Yeah, we could have a stake burning like every night. Attract people. Just like they do in the Western times where they have the gunfight at OK Corral. We could have the burning.
Austin, you've been convicted of a traffic violation.
Oh, crap.
We suggest death penalty.
Oh, no.
Welcome to Griswold.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, what we should set up, remember those old time handcuffs where you put your hands.
The stocks.
Stocks, as you put your hand through it.
Yeah.
You should probably have a couple on the green. And
they have those at the Renaissance fairs.
Yeah, and anybody that goes through stop signs, we put them there, or red lights. We plop them in there
Like
for
on
a couple
Carly
hours.
Oh, we could do that now, right on Ashland Street.
I know we could.
We wouldn't have enough stockades.
Today would be perfect. Today would be perfect. We'd have roast.
How funny would that
something.
be?
It would be.
Stop
That'd be
people,
very funny.
have them get out of their car, put them in the stockade for a photo. Yeah, and it says I went through the Ashland Street stop sign.
I blow stop signs.
Yeah,
that's a personal problem.
You never say those kinds of words.
Yeah, Austin,
yeah. Phrasing.
It's always on the words.
Yeah.
How about this? The Jewett City Vampires. We suck.
Yeah, but that's not good either.
Sure it is. Why not?
Yeah. Well, could be not good.
Do you remember the shirt I did a couple of years ago with the Wolverine on it?
Yeah,
It said Grizzled AF.
Oh yeah. What the hell? I forgot what the AF stood for.
As always friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Always friendly.
People in the Board of Ed didn't think so, though. We'll be back in a second right here. It's SN. Good morning.
As a business, your customers are your first priority. At Jewett City Savings Bank, their first priority is helping businesses like yours to succeed. Here's what Kevin Trahan of the Trahan Agency in Plainfield had to say about doing business with Jewett City Savings Bank.
What happened was I had the opportunity to purchase a second location in Niantic, Connecticut, another Allstate office. And to take advantage of this opportunity, it had to be a quick purchase. In order to make this purchase, I only had 1 month to be able to come through with the money. And I approached Jewett City Savings Bank, specifically Bill Kuchar, and he was very helpful in getting this done very quickly for me. I just think everybody there, from the tellers right up to Kevin Merchant, the president, everyone just is so personable and just makes life easy. I would highly recommend Jewett City Savings Bank for your business needs.
To learn more about how the commercial lending team at Jewett City Savings Bank can assist you, call 860-376-4444 or go to jcsbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, everybody. This is Austin Smith for your June 30th Spotlight in History. On today's date, 113 years ago, the largest asteroid impact in recorded history struck on a warm summer morning in Siberia. The explosion happened over the sparsely populated northern forest land near the Tunguska River in Siberia, Russia. The blast released enough energy to kill reindeer and flatten an estimated 80 million trees over an area of over 830 square miles. Witnesses reported seeing a fireball nearly as bright as the sun moving across the sky at record speeds. A bright whizzing flash and a sound familiar to that of artillery fire was said to follow it. Powerful shockwave broke windows hundreds of miles away and knocked people from their feet. Decades later, scientists determined that the object was most likely a stony asteroid approximately the size of a 25-story building. As always, this is Austin Smith, and I hope that you enjoyed today's Spotlight Mystery. For more interesting peeks into the past, tune in every weekday on SNSN.
With SR Sports, I'm Patrick Foss. The College World Series is going to a final game 3 tonight after Mississippi State routed Vanderbilt 13-2. This man Preston Johnson combined with Houston Harding on a 4-hitter.
Holding a team like that and a team like Vandy to 4 innings with 1 run was huge for us, especially being down 1 in the series. On the mound, hearing those maroon and white chants and let's go State, it's awesome.
The pro MSU crowd included Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, who played for the Bulldogs. In the National League, Milwaukee beat Chicago 2-1. Winning pitcher Brandon Woodruff allowed 1 run on 4 hits and 6 innings, striking out 8. Woodruff credited reliever Josh Hader, who finished for his 20th save and 20 opportunities.
He's special. I mean, there's no secret about it. He's unbelievable. So you feel good when he comes in the night.
Central leading Brewers have won 7 in a row. The Cubs have dropped 5 straight. LA beat San Francisco 3-1. The Dodgers won their 5th straight, moving within a game and a half of the West Inning Giants. This is SRN Sports. East New York rallied for 4 in the 7th to beat Atlanta 4-3. Braves pitcher Charlie Morton says the Mets figured him out in that 7th inning as James McCann had a 3-run homer.
How many pitches, how many breaking balls has James seen? How many cutters has he seen? I can second guess myself all day.
Philadelphia beat Miami 4-3. It was Colorado 8-0 over Pittsburgh. St. Louis 3, Arizona 2, San Diego 5, Cincinnati 4. In the American League, New York topped LA 11-5. Yankees out for Aaron Judge homered.
We got some mentally strong, mentally tough guys in this room, and that's what's going to take for us to rebound and get back to where we want to be.
Yanks are 4th in the AL East, 7.5 games behind division leader Boston, who won their 5th straight, 7-6 over Kansas City. Central leader Chicago edged Minnesota 7-6. West leader Houston dropped their 3rd straight, 13-3 to Baltimore. It was Texas 5, Oakland 4, Toronto 9-3 over Seattle. Detroit at Cleveland was rained out. The interleague final saw Washington edge Tampa Bay 4-3. Atlanta has tied the NBA Eastern Conference Finals at 2 games apiece for the 110-88 rout of Milwaukee. With SRN Sports, I'm Patrick Foss.
News and information you need for your day. SNSN.
And good morning. Welcome back to our final segment of the morning here with Mike and Paul Ash and Austin.
Hello.
Hey. Jump in anytime, boys.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like you were gearing up to say something else.
No, I got nothing.
No. But, I mean, this may be our last talking segment of the day, but we'll be here all day. Yep. Tune in all the time. I mean,
that's right.
The format runs all day.
It does.
Yeah. It's all day.
Yep, just get the app if you don't have the app yet, And
again,
what?
It's free.
It's free. I was just about to say it's free, Paul. You know what, Paul? It's free.
Yeah.
Do you know that? It's free.
Yeah, and if you know, and like I said, you know, when people watch on Facebook and stuff like that, and that's all well and good and everything, but it happens on the app. You know, download the app and everything if you're just listening, because honestly, Facebook, it doesn't really penetrate. You know what I mean? I hate to say penetrate.
Yeah, it's not good.
But
no, but I know what
Can't use
you
that
mean.
word.
Huh?
Can't use that word.
Yeah, you can.
No.
He just did. He just used it.
Yeah.
Some stations in the market have great penetration. Well, it depends on what you're talking about, Paul. Don't be a little sicko. You know, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
It's all about context.
Yeah. Jesus, really?
Dude, we're just talking about like outreach.
Yeah, I mean, here we are. We're the two young guy in the rooms here, and you got the older man
You
here.
can't outreach.
Talking about
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about I'm gonna be a little perv today. You know?
A little perv.
Did they say penetration?
Oh God. The only penetration I need is my WD-40.
That's right. It just kind of like ooze right in at that point. Let me tell you. You know, you put that WD-40 in there, and that penetration works really, really easy.
Yeah.
You just kind of slide right in. Then you got to come back out again. Then you got to go back in again. Then you got to come back out again. You know, and
Cleans, lubricates, and protects.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good night.
All right, and there's a clip for the show.
Yeah, there you go.
There's an easy cut.
There's a clip right there. You know, when you do your clips, you can post them your damn self now. You know, I made you an admin of the page.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
know.
so
I know.
So just post them.
Okay.
Just do Paul's getting a little hot under the collar.
It went from being PG-13 to PG-18 plus.
R.
Hey, you know,
it's known as R in some places, Paul.
It's R. But we don't. I mean, people on Facebook and everything. It's not. I mean, it's not really meant for what we're doing.
Right.
You know, we do it. You know, and people can tune in. You know, unless we're doing like our Psychic Tuesday or something like that, and people want to call in and you know, you get their questions, or if we're having a Time Traveler Thursday, which is no more.
Yeah.
Because we found out that the guy was a joker. They tell you about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had Liberty
Complete
fooled.
complete farce.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because he had us all kind of fooled.
Yeah, a lot of people believe in him.
Yeah.
A lot of people believe in him.
Yeah.
You know, and
he was good what he was doing. I mean, what he
had me.
He was yeah. That's it.
And he gets pissed at me. This guy does.
Yeah.
Right? Because you know, he goes, well, I thought Mike was a friend. Well, all right, you lied to me from the beginning, you know. So yeah, that's great friendship, jerk. I mean, you know, and his name's not even Joe. It's not even his name. You know, but if you look him up on social media, he's still calling himself Joe. And you know what his thing says? He's the truth.
Oh.
He's the truth, yet he's using a different name than what his real name is. I said, what are you, Jesus?
Yeah.
They said that false prophets would come before the Messiah.
Yeah.
And people will believe that.
Man, he was fooled for a long time.
He did.
Yeah.
So don't tell me you're pissed off, you know, at me when you lied to me over and over and over again. We talked on the phone over and over and over again to the point where you could have come clean and said, hey, look, just want to let you know that this is just a character that I'm playing. Okay, fine. I'd have said, all right, let's go with it.
Yeah.
Makes good radio. What the hell, right? Yeah. People believe what they want to believe. We'll present it to you. Whether you want to believe it, you can. If you don't, you don't. That's okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well.
But no. We're going to continue to lie.
And then just snowballed.
And then it snowballed. And I think it got out of control for himself. To be honest with that, he started to believe his own crap.
Yeah. I hope nobody made any big investments based on his predictions.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't. I mean, and I don't want to get into that, you know, as far as whatever. But I mean, I never, you know, went that way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that other people did or didn't.
Yeah.
But he said to me, he told somebody else, he goes, I thought Mike was my friend. Well, yeah, I was. So I found out that you lied and everything everything that you told me was based and substantiated on a lie.
Mm-hmm.
How can you be somebody's friend when you find out that everything is based on a lie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Myth and a lie are two different things. Myth, everybody's in on it.
Yeah.
It's a myth or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you're just freaking lying,
Yeah.
and like I said, I think he got out of control with it. I think he was something fun that he was doing in the pandemic.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, he still believes it. You ever lie to you ever tell a lie so much that you end up believing it yourself?
Oh, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not anything anybody will admit, right, Austin?
Yeah.
Nobody believes that.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's the way it is in Washington. Same thing.
Yeah.
Man, you are on it today, Paul, huh?
So if anybody wants to know why we don't have Joe the Time Traveler on anymore, well, that's pretty much why.
Yeah. That's too bad because it was fun.
And like I said, he could have said, "Hey, Mike, you know what? My name's not Joe. And I know his name.
Yeah.
I know his name, and I know a lot of his history too, but I'm not going to go into that either.
Yeah.
But you could have said, yeah, it's so and so, and it's bullcrap. But it's kind of fun, and I would have said,
it was
yeah,
interesting.
and I would have said, let's keep going with it.
Joe's
I mean,
actually Mike.
and it was funny because the guy was sharp enough to.
He's a very smart man. Yeah,
ask me a question. He was right on it.
Mhm.
Which
He's too smart for his own.
Yeah.
Good though, I think.
Yeah, he was a good bullshit house. Maybe he was a politician. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
You came in swinging, Paul. Now you're going out swinging.
Yeah, there you go, Paul. That's it. That is
Oh,
it.
good Lord.
So, Austin, did you catch any of those segments with our time traveler guy?
No, I did not. I did not, sadly. Did not catch him.
You
But
didn't.
they couldn't catch him
No.
because he was off in another dimension.
Yeah. He's off in a different time.
He was in a different time zone somewhere.
Yeah, different time zone.
That's
Different dimension and time, space, and dimension. And I love that stuff. I love, like I used to love watching like Twilight Zone and Rod Serling. I wasn't so much a Hitchcock fan.
Now his shows were a little bit different than Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Twilight Zone was more paranormal, and then Alfred Hitchcock's movies were more thriller.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly. But my favorite Twilight Zone was when this person had their face all wrapped up. They were at the doctor's office, and they said, "We're sorry, you don't look normal. We don't know why." And
I know which one you're talking about.
And then all of a sudden, they unwrap this person and they look just like normal, like you and I.
Yeah.
And you look at all the doctors, and finally they pan up, and they're all pig faced.
Yeah. Yep.
I
remember
that was one of my favorites. The other one was with Agnes Moorehead. She used to play on Bewitched,
right?
And there was no dialogue until the very end of the episode, where she was just walking around sweeping her cabin, and you saw this little thing walking across the floor, and it was like, what's going on? It was freaking her out, and just and then finally she gets it with the broom. One of the guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the other guy up on top, and says, "We are we're on an island. I mean, we're on a we're on a planet, all by giants. They're all giants here." And it said USA on the guy. So anyway, watch it. It's fun. All right, it's gonna wrap things up for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning once again. Will we? Yeah, tomorrow morning. What the hell? Thursday morning, right here on SNSN. Have a great day, everybody.
The voice of Griswold, Jewett City and Plainfield. SNSN.
There are two types of traffic control devices that require drivers to come to a complete stop before proceeding forward: red lights and stop signs. According to statistics published by the National Highways Traffic Safety Administration, an average of 2 people died